Well, let's turn now to the Democratic Republic of Congo, where violence erupted last night after the government decided to postpone presidential elections for Sunday in 3 regions. Now, the Electoral Commission says it delayed the elections in these regions due to an ongoing Ebola outbreak. But opposition accused the authorities of trying to rig the poll. The decision caused anger among people, with protesters allegedly burning parts of an Ebola triage centre. Police responded by firing tear gas and live ammunition into the crowds. Well, let's get more on this now from journalist Philemon Mbale from our partners channel at Africa News. Philemon, obviously a complicated situation here. What is behind this latest delay?
Thanks, Alex. Indeed, it's complicated, but like you said, the Independent National Election Commission, CENI, via its president, on Wednesday made the announcement that elections will be postponed in these 3 localities. We are talking about Beni, Butembo, and Yumbi. Let's not forget that these 3 localities are considered stronghold for the opposition. And of course, CENI says, like you made mention, that fears of more Ebola outbreak and insecurity underpinned this decision. And I want to say that this decision has been hugely criticized by a couple of persons. I want to begin with the opposition stronghold, Martin Fayulu, who via a tweet, and I would like to borrow his words, he says Beni, Butembo, as well as Yumbi are an integral part of the DRC, and so which is one and indivisible. And to that effect, the opposition leader has called for a death day, otherwise called in French, ville morte, today, the 28th of December, out there in the DRC. And so there are a lot of confusion, speculations, and as well as uncertainty about this recent decision by the election body in the DRC.
Just picking up on the protests then, we've heard reports that an Ebola centre was trashed. Obviously, from where we are, it's very difficult to know who was behind that. But anyway, that was the report. Can you give us a sense of what happened in these protests and who blamed who?
Of course, it's a counterattack. It's an attack and a counterattack scenario out there. But for certainty, we cannot place a finger on who's behind the destructions. But what we know as fact is that the population out there, especially in these 3 troubled localities, are very much agitated. They are taken to the streets. They are reacting. And of course, police and the security forces on the other side too are retaliating. So we cannot really place a finger as per who set the flame. But I think that it's a whole mix, Alex. This is a good recipe for more chaos. And I want to borrow the words of the Catholic Church, which is a third party, which comes in through its Episcopal Council, which has condemned this decision by the election body. And so it's a whole mix which we cannot really point a finger who is behind the burnings. But what we know is that there is, on one side, there is protesters, and on the other side, there's the military, which is fighting to disperse them.